But yeah, we have played Grasshopper Chess. I don't remember really loving it or anything, but it was fine.
I think you remember. All right.
I may have liked it, but I don't think I was in love with it, was it?
I don't know. The grasshopper moves by jumping over another piece and lands directly after that piece.
And how does it capture?
The same way.
So it captures what it lands on, not what it jumps over.
Correct.
Okay.
The grasshopper moves in the same direction as the queen, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, but it can move only by jumping over exactly one piece and arriving right after it. The piece jumped over can be of any color and it has no effect on it at all.
Okay.
Otherwise, the rules of chess apply with the following differences. Pawns have no double move option, and pawns can also promote to grasshopper.
So that's great, man.
Alright.
Alright, so... okay. So I'd love to update you on the current saga of my relationship status.
Okay.
I am currently at the point of... So we went on a date, which was really, really good. It was an amazing date, except for at the very end, I didn't do anything physical again. And I think I should have. Like, she started telling me, like, she's like, I've been telling people about you. I think you might have actually already been updated on this part. I think you may have actually been updated on this part. But it was, looking back now, I realized, like, fuck, my God, the whole entire time she was just listening to me describe my art and, like, telling me I was good at shit and, like, complimenting me and everything. And, I don't know, I was just scared and I didn't do anything. And, like, her face was really weird when I, like, left the car really quickly. But anyways, I didn't care, so I invited her to my party. She came to my party. She didn't respond to me the entire week. So, like, on Monday, I was like, can I call you? Because I was, like, feeling really good, you know. At this point, I didn't realize how much I probably fucked up by, like, not making any physical affection towards her after, like, our third date. And it was, like, really good. She was confused, probably. So I just remember her face when I left the car was so confused. Like, she looked at me and she was just, like, had this face of, like, what the, why? Because I left so quickly. I was like, oh, I had a great time. And then I just, like, left the fucking car. But at the time, I didn't think about that. So I was like, you should call me on Monday. And then she was like, sent me a nice message back. She's like, oh, I actually went out to Urban Tab after. Because usually she would call me sometimes after she went to improv. So she kind of made a little excuse, but it was really happy. It was like, oh, we'll talk soon. Like, I would have called you, but I just went out and I didn't think about it. And so then she said, like, oh, I'm still coming to your party. And she's like, well, let's talk and we'll talk about what I'm going to bring for your party. And I was like, I gave her a good message. And then like, Monday night, nothing, she doesn't say anything to me. She, like, ghosted me for 4 days. And so then it's, like, it's the day of the party, and I'm just, like, kind of like, wow, she's just going to, like, not show up? Whoa, how did you jump all the way over there? Holy shit. Okay. Wow. That's a big jump. That's a big jump, dude.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, so I fucked up there, didn't I?
No, I mean...
That's a pretty big fuck up. I mean, that's a good piece, you know?
A bishop, you mean?
Yeah, bishop's a piece. That's pretty good. Better than a grassy hop.
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. But we have a lot of grassies. So, you know, I didn't think much of it, and I finally text her in the morning, and, like, I'm thinking, like, she's thinking about bailing out again. Because, you know, she had at that point canceled on me one time before. So I was like, okay, she's bailing me out. And it was, like, really bothering me. It's like, dude, why does she always get, like, ghosty and, like, strange, you know? And then I texted her, and I was like, I really hope you're still coming. Like, I like, want you to see this part of my life. Like, it's like, you know, I mean, that's kind of heavy, actually, a little bit. It was like, I want you to see this beautiful part of my life. And so then I was like, oh, you can bring Taylor, your best friend, or whatever if you want. And then she just kind of responds, like, not really responding to the heaviness of what I said. And she's just like, oh, I'll be there. You know, when should I get there? I'm going to pick up some stuff from Aldi's, and I'm them to bring food for it, and then so it's like she kind of skips over it and just says she's coming, like as if she hadn't not talked to me for 4 days and like never called me back and all this stuff. She shows up and I'm kind of like, okay, fucking Christ, man. Okay. I don't really know how to play this. I'm probably just not thinking very well, but so they can jump anywhere. So they can just jump over anything.
No, they jump over.
They jump for an unlimited speed, which is like unlimited length, as long as it's.
But they have to land on something directly after it.
Right. Okay. So, and then I was like, okay, so I was like, wow, she showed up. She looked fucking gorgeous as fuck. She's amazing. I still feel odd around, like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to play it cool, is basically what I'm trying to do. For some reason, I'm still trying to play it cool, because I don't know why. So, but I'm still thinking that thing I told you, is I said that I'm going to kiss her after the party and all this stuff. So that's in the back of my head, is like, I'm thinking that there's going to be some catharsis. So, I don't know if I told you, but, like, my good friend, had always liked her. And, of course, he said he's not going to come to my party. And the whole time I'm thinking, he's really going to try to surprise me and come to my party. Okay, and so, and I don't want him to come, because I don't want to deal with that psychological pressure of a girl I like with a guy that I know she hasn't talked to for a while, and is going to come, and they have this long history, and she's mentioned him a bunch to me. I don't know, but anyway, so it's just like, I didn't want him to come. So then, in the middle of my party, there's like 65 people at my house. I have an amazing party, like, everyone who came to the party was like, this is the best house party I've ever been to. All the people who performed said that to me in person. So this is the most amazing house concert I've ever been to. I had all these different groups come up. Like, I did this you saw the Instagram post. Like, I had like projection of my friend who is the girlfriend of Steven, who's the guy who shouldn't be mentioning names. No one's ever going to listen to this probably, but anyways, so yeah, so it was amazing, man. All I can say is it was a fucking incredible thing. But I have a lot of shit to do, man. I'm running like a huge concert at my house with tons of people who know me, so I am a little frazzle-brained, okay? Then Steven just comes and shows up at my door. And he's just like, hey, man, haha, And I'm like not happy to see him, really, honestly. I love him to death, but it's like, it's a huge psychological pressure. Because now it's just, I don't know why I shouldn't feel that way, but I do. And he's like, you don't seem surprised. And it's like, well, I'm like, oh, I kind of knew you were coming, which I did kind of know he was coming. I knew he would come because it's just, I know him. He's one of my best friends. And so then I come into the kitchen and I overhear this woman say to the girlfriend of the person I was just talking about, say, where is he? Is he coming? Why isn't he coming? Why isn't he coming? It's just like, oh my god, that was so depressing, right? Because, like, oh, fuck me. So, like, that's on her mind, which I shouldn't care, right? I shouldn't really care about it. It shouldn't really matter. I should just be confident in myself. But it puts me in a really weird psychological space. And so the whole time I'm trying to play it cool, and I'm like, I even talk, like, after the thing ends, we have, like, a conversation, and it's okay, but I'm still trying to play it cool, and I don't know how to act, and all this stuff, and we go through the party, and then I do talk to one of my friends who sells rain sticks, and they're one of my best friends, and the girl starts talking to her, and I come up beside her, and we have this amazing talk about, like, starting a business, which she's, like, very business-minded, and it was amazing, and I felt really close to her. But then someone took me out of the room and said, like, you need to come fix the party, like, we want to jam while everyone's whatever, we want to smoke weed and blah, blah, blah. So I got out of there, and I left really cool, and it was a great moment. And then I come back, and at 12:17, she had sent me a message of, like, 2 hearts. Just basically sent me 2 hearts, and I don't know, because I didn't have my phone, but I'm assuming it was soon after we had just had this amazing conversation with these 2 people who are getting married, and actually are in a somewhat similar relationship that Mackenzie and I would be in if we were to be together. It felt really amazing. And so I missed that message. So the whole time I come back out, and then, like, we look at each other, and then she just goes right up to Steven and basically asks him, do do you want to go outside? Like, do you want to leave? And this is right in front of me. And, like, I think she knows I can see. And, like, Steven was kind of ignoring her the whole time. And his eyes just get super lit up, like, super bright. Like, I could just see his whole body change. And he's, like, really excited. And then they leave together. And then I just, like, awkwardly go up. And I'm just like, can we talk at some point? You know, it's like this movie kind of plot. And then she, like, this is while Steven's staring at me. And so then we leave. And, we know, you know, then the next morning I'm like freaking out thinking I fucked it up because I didn't introduce her to any of my friends. I didn't make a move on her, and this is already after I didn't make a move. And then I asked her to hang out with me on Sunday, and she actually said yes in a very nice way. She was like, yeah, of course, I don't have anything going on. And then she said that, I mean, I'm sure this is true. I'm not saying she's lying or something, but I'm sure that she didn't want to talk to me. Maybe, I don't know, I'm screwed up, and she cancels on me. And then she's like, my grandmother is sick, and, like, my grandmother's gonna die soon. And, I can't meet because I'm gonna go see her in the hospital. So then I'm just like, okay, I mean, what do you say to that, you know? I mean, I said the nice things you're supposed to say, and, I mean, I was trying to be nice and whatever, but I was, like, knowing that I feel that I fucked up. Like, I probably fucked up pretty poorly. And, so then I was, like, just texted her back right away, and I was like, I gotta get my king away from there. I texted her back right away, and I was like, well, what about Tuesday? And then she, like, was like, well, you know, I can't, you know, I'll probably be gone or something. Like, she made up something like, I might be out of town depending, I'll let you know. And I kind of figured she wouldn't let me know. Like, it kind of felt like that kind of like, dude, just stop bothering me kind of feel. So Tuesday comes around, and of course she doesn't respond to me. She forgets to tell me whether she can do Tuesday. So in my heart, I'm like freaking out knowing I just fucked up pretty hard, pretty terribly. Probably fucked it up completely, or I think completely. And then I actually work myself up and I send her a message on Tuesday. I'm like, how's your grandmother doing? She doesn't respond. Just ghosts me. Completely ghosts me. And then on Wednesday, I'm freaking out knowing that, like, she's probably trying to avoid me because I fucked up, and at least she still responded to me, you know? So it's like, she's not like, but maybe she is ghosting me. And I'm like having an existential breakdown, of course, like really depressed as usual about this. And then I, called my sister, like, just trying to get help from people, like, just trying not to be, like, so depressed, because I, like, started blowing, like, I failed my French test, I wasn't working, I haven't worked on anything for, like, a month now, pretty much, so I'm, like, kind of fucking myself. And my sister was like, well, why don't you call her and just tell her how you feel? Like, tell her what you're feeling. Like, tell her everything that you're feeling. Just say the truth of it. And so then I was like, okay, I'll call her. So I'm, of course, very scared. I call her. And there's no answer. No answer. So I leave a message saying, when you get a chance, can you call me? I just want to tell you something. You know? Which I ended up thinking that was actually bad. My sister was like, oh, it was nice, it was good, but actually it probably felt really ominous. You know? So that was probably bad. So then she didn't respond to that, didn't call me. So then I pushed it even farther, which is probably not a good idea, but I did say my piece, at least my heart is fine now, is I just left her a message, an iMessage voice message, and I just told her how I felt, which is probably verging on the edge of, like, being annoying, probably, but I made it very obvious, and it was actually extremely heartfelt. Like, I just told her that I was intimidated by her and scared of, the possibility of something being real, and that I was just, and that I think, and I actually just told her a lot of things I liked about her, and I said that I want to go on another date, and that maybe I will, because I said all this, maybe I won't be, I will do better, maybe I will, you know, whatever, I said maybe it'll help me show more affection and be more, like, affectionate towards you. And it was really heartfelt, and it was actually a really good message, and I said what I wanted to say, but of course she hasn't responded to me, but I did say at the end, like, you know, whatever, like, you don't have to respond to this soon or anything. And I was just like, I do want to go on another date. And so that was on Thursday morning that I left that message, and there's been no response. So, hey, Eleni, it's going good. Yeah. I'm on a voice call right now. Just no, it's not bad. I just need to. Okay. Oh, do you need me to leave? Because it's gonna be loud, right? Oh, that's fine. So, yeah. So that's that. Yeah, that's pretty much where it left off. So, yeah. Do you have a response to that?
I think, yeah, I mean, Tell Me Feeling is probably the best. I mean, it's the. I haven't heard the message, so I don't know. I mean.
At least I'm being genuine and honest, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, my feeling is that, I mean, I'm honestly kind of just hoping that, I probably won't try to say anything for quite a while, for a little bit, for a week or two. And,
I mean, let her respond, yeah.
Well, actually, I think the better move would be for me to not say anything for a while.
Even if she responds?
Let it brew down. And, well, if she responds, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm actually saying is, if I was to wait, I'm going to wait at least a week.
You make a move?
And then what?
Did you move?
Oh, I mean, I had a lot going on.
Sorry. Make sure nothing's broken.
So, yeah, and so then what I would do is I would oh, see ya. Is I would I would actually just I would just ask her on a date. Like, I would just basically assume she listened to the message, which I hope she did, honestly. I don't know. It's possible she didn't listen to it, because it erases after you start the message, which I didn't know. But it erases after you listen to it. It erases it after 2 minutes. So that's kind of I could have changed that setting, but I didn't for some reason. But it's possible that she started the message, didn't want to finish it, and then didn't finish it, and then didn't hear it. Which is really, really, really unfortunate, because then that would mean that if she started it and didn't hear it, I would just come across as like a psycho, because then she would be thinking, okay, so this guy left me a voice message that could have been like him crying and like being really freaking creepy. So I really fucked up with that. So I don't even know if she heard my message. I'm assuming that if she really liked me, she would have like taken time to like listen to the message at a time when you know,
the time of war.
Well, I think she would have taken time to listen to it as very focused and been like, okay, I'm going to sit down and listen to it. I mean, she could see how long the message is. It's like an 8-minute message. So, I mean, she could probably see that it was a while, and I'm hoping she would have. And also, you can choose to keep the message after you see it. Like, I think you can choose to say keep. But it's still possible that she just saw the message, hit play, and didn't see how quick it was, and then just started playing. And, like, the first part is like me saying, like, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Which is like, she might have just heard that part and just been like, oh great, I'm gonna hear some guy obsess over me again, and just like didn't finish it and like closed the message and then went out of her phone, and then it could have just deleted. So that's a possibility, which is really sad. Like, if that happened, then I'm pretty fucked at this point. But I'm assuming that she liked me a lot, and just seeing that voice message probably made her heart feel like kind of, oh shit, you know, and she would have been like, fuck, like, I gotta listen to this. Let's see what he says. So I think she probably did listen to it. And so my plan is that, like, I wouldn't talk to her for about a week, and just let her think about it, and like she's got her grandmother and shit, which I don't even know how big a deal that is to her. I mean, it's a 95. I mean, not saying that it doesn't matter, but you know, I think she probably didn't want to talk to me at this point, and that was convenient for her to say. I know, I'm reading into it, but dude, I fucked up, man. I mean, I wouldn't, if I was in her position, I wouldn't really want to go on a coffee date with me either. After I just had 2 straight dates and I didn't make any physical move towards her, and like she's kind of revealing her heart, and I'm treating her like as if I don't care that much. So I get it. So then I'm just gonna text her and just ask her on a date, and I think that would be the way for me to not dwell on it, because the worst thing would be actually is if she did respond, because what is she gonna say to that message? Like, what is she gonna say? Like, oh yeah, I really like you too. Oh, and I get it that you didn't have the guts to like make any move towards me. So I'm gonna, so I just want to let you know that if we have another date, you can really lay it on me. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really an easy message to send to someone, right? Because like the promise of what I said was that I didn't show you affection and that I was scared, but I want to tell you that I'm not scared, and I'm gonna like be more affectionate and like show you that I care about you. So to me, it's like, if she doesn't respond, it's better, because then it will be like me upping the ante. It would just be me like saying, all right, let's go on a date. Which the underlying premise of that would be that I'm going to be more affectionate and I'm going to treat her as if I really care about her instead of playing it cool, which I told her that I was playing it cool and like scared. And so I actually hope she doesn't respond. And I hope that like she reads the message and she's just like, okay. And then if she says she wants to go on a date, then I know that like she probably heard the message and is ready to like see what I do and see if. But this time I think I really won't be afraid, because it's like there's nothing to be afraid of. I literally told her I thought she was beautiful. I literally told her how beautiful I thought she was, and I told her all the great things I think about her personality, and like I really actually think we're a good match for each other, and I actually tried to tell her that. And so I mean, if I can't make a move at this point, like if I can't be affectionate and like put my arm around her and care about her at this point, then I'm a total fuck up. And like if she goes on this date, like there's nothing hidden anymore. Like I don't have to be afraid. Like I can assume that she read the message and she's willing to see if I'm gonna actually do what I said I'm gonna do. So that's what I did, man. So honestly, I actually feel kind of good about it all. But there's a large possibility that she's just hoping that this goes away, you know? I have no idea. It's possible she's just thinking, oh my god, this guy's obsessed with me, and he's really annoying, and like the best thing I can do is just not ever respond to him again and hope he like dies or something, you know? So I don't know. I'm assuming though that she doesn't feel that way. Like I actually think she doesn't feel that way. I think she feels she probably does want to see. I don't know. Whatever, dude. So now you know. So that's where my heart is. That's why I'm not depressed, because I feel like I at least said the truth, you know? So. Did you win or something? Because I can't move, can I?
You're in check.
Oh, my king's in check. Okay. Yeah, man. So, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I made a good move? I mean, time will tell, right?
Yeah, you have to hear a response or no.
Well, see, what do you think about my position? Like, I actually don't want her to respond, because don't you see how much of a weird position she's in? Don't you see that, like...
Are you saying that you put her in? What are you saying?
What?
Are you saying she's in a weird position that you put her in?
Well, she's in a weird position to respond, right? Because I just promised her that I'm going to treat her better in a context of a situation that her response is not included in. Right? So it's like I'm saying I'm going to be more affectionate when we're together in person. So for her to respond to that message, the only thing she could really respond is like, great, here's your chance, big boy. You know, like that's an awkward thing to say, you know? Like I feel like the bigger thing would be for me to just not talk about it anymore, would be to just show her with my actions. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Like, so to me, it's like, dude, what is that automatic response? Wow. Okay. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think that I need to actually just do what I said I would do. And so I think her not responding might actually be a good thing. It might be her just saying, like, okay, dude, like, give it some time. Like, let your emotions calm down, and if you really want to do this, then ask me out, and we'll see what happens. You know? I don't know. What do you think? You keep thinking that she's gonna respond. Is that what you think is gonna happen, or she either?
I mean, eventually, right? Or not? She's either eventually going to respond or she's not at all, and then that's a response too.
Yeah, but don't you think that it's possible she kind of just wants me to just like ask her out again and just like not? Because isn't it awkward to address the issue? To be like, oh, you sent me such a heartfelt message. Yes, I like you too. But then, like, that just seems awkward to say, right? Like, it seems like she might just like not respond and just want me to be like, all right, in a couple weeks when this calms down, you ask me out, and then the game's on, and like show me what you said you're gonna do. I don't know. So, I mean, do you think it's... So, I guess my main question to you is, like, the question is, do you think that I should wait till she responds? Like, or do you think I should... My idea was, like, to wait about a week or two, or maybe a week and a half. Like, maybe not this weekend, but the next weekend ask her on a date. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think I have to wait for her to respond before I send another message? Like, do you think if I was to send another...
You don't have to, but I mean...
No, of course I don't have to, man. You know what I'm asking you. Because I know you're always about, like, the correct, logical response. But you know what I mean, right? I know I don't have to do anything, but, like, do you think that I'm going to come across as, like, a weirdo? Like, someone who can't give up and's bothering her? If I, like, was to text her again? You know? I know you can't assume what she's going to be in her mind, but I don't know. Can you just give me?
Yeah, I don't even know this person. I don't even know anything about it.
I know, dude. I knew you. You could always do that, right? I know, man. I know. I
understand. I wouldn't text again. I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you've been on 2 dates, then I'd probably text again. But I don't know.
I've been on 3 dates, man. I've been on 4 if you count her coming to my party, bringing food to prepare.
Then I would, if we're in a date situation, I would at least assume that. I'm trying to think here. What I would assume. That communication is not like you should be able to explain yourself at any point, and not like there shouldn't be a reason for anyone to get mad that if you message them a lot. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Of course, every situation's different, but it's like, but I think your point is basically this: if someone likes you, someone shouldn't get mad that you want to explain yourself, right? It's like, because if they're annoyed that you're just trying to explain it, and it's not like I'm calling her, it's not like I've called her 20 times or texted her, a million times like a stalker or something. I mean, like, so it's like, if I just want to explain myself, you're right. Like, I shouldn't feel weird, right? It's like, I'm just trying to talk to someone that I care about, which is not bad, right? I mean, and if they're annoyed by that, then, I mean, probably not a good relationship anyways. I don't know, man. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. So that's my plan. I mean, do you think it's a terrible plan to wait like a week and a half or maybe...
I mean, if she responds, then you can respond. I don't see a problem. You don't need to wait for anything if she responds.
But the thing is, I think, what would she respond? There's only one of two responses, right? Like, basically, it's either...
I mean, there's no point in thinking about it. You just might as well wait. In my opinion. You can go ahead and dwell on it if you want.
You're right. You're right? She's going to say what she's going to say. But I'm afraid that if I wait too long, I'm putting pressure on her to respond. And I think, because I said, you don't have to respond.
I mean, that's how conversations work, yes, but...
But it's like, I almost wish I had just said, like, don't respond to this. I'm just going to ask you on a date at some point. And if you say yes, then that's good. But, yeah. But, so, I don't know. It's a weird waiting point. Like...
You're in check again if that's stopping you.
Well, anyway, so now you know, man. You know what happened. So, I actually feel kind of good about it, man, because I told her the truth, and I think she did like me, man. I mean, I think she likes me. Like, Why would you go on a date with someone 4 times? Tell them that you've been telling people about me. Like, goes on and on about how she loves my art. Like, ask me if I want to have kids. Like, the last conversation we had was, like, extremely serious. She was, like, asking me if I wanted to have children. She was like, what was your high school experience like? She was asking me, like, about my parents and, like, my plans for the summer. Like, when am I going to be here? And, like, I mean, it seemed pretty serious. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You don't usually, I don't know. Maybe that's a normal thing to talk about. I'm not sure, man. But it felt really real. And she was like, I just tell everyone that you're an artist. Say that, like, when they ask it, which sounds almost, like, kind of stupid. It sounds kind of, like, hokey.
Are you not an artist? What do you mean?
I am an artist, but it sounds kind of hokey in the way she said it. It sounds like a Marvel, like a Disney movie or something. Like, some girl who likes a guy is like, I just tell him you're an artist. Like, which is a good thing, right? I mean, I guess it...
Which you are, right? I'm confused.
I mean, I am, but I know, but it felt like, so the way she said it was like that she was proud of it, you know? That she was, like, happy to...
Are you not?
As an artist. I am happy about it. But it shows you that she probably likes me. She probably likes of what I am. She probably enjoys who I am as a person. Like... Dude, I'm such an idiot, man. Anyway, so I feel happy, dude. I feel kind of happy that I said my truth. You know?
Said your truth.
So, I feel like if she goes on another date with me, there's no way I can fuck it up, really, right?
No way at all. I mean, there's not...
Well, I just mean the odds are lower that I would fuck it up, because... What is there to hide about? Like, if she goes on another date with me, she's taking a huge risk, right? Like, she's the one who's let a guy, like, bother her and, like, send her a bunch of texts and, like, reveal his heart to her. And, like, if she's willing to, like, put her, like, still talk to that guy, then she probably likes me, right? Because it's like, I mean, if I was a woman... which I know I'm generalizing, like, if I was in her position, that's what I should say, if I was in her position and someone revealed that much and basically said, as, like, was that serious with me, if I was going to go on another date with them, there would be a certain pressure on me to, like, confirming that I like them too, and, like, that would be a little bit of a pressure situation. It would be like, all right, I'm submitting to, like, your feelings for me in a way. Not like, you know, submission or something, but, like, basically saying, I allow you to feel this way about me, and I will allow you to act on those feelings. Which, I don't know, it seems like a lot, right? Especially when I express such deep emotion. Yeah, so I don't think I would fuck it up. I think that I wouldn't be afraid to, like, put my arm around her and say, I really like you, I enjoy you, you know, instead of just always talking. Like, I feel like I could actually make a move of physical intimacy. So, I don't know, I feel good about it, but there's a possibility that she's actually just weirded out and annoyed. Which is, like, totally a possibility, right?
That's always a possibility.
Always?
I mean, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. So that's where I'm at, dude. But I did do, you know, I said my truth, which I think is, it takes a little bit of guts to do that, you know, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, what if she didn't listen to it, man? God damn. If she didn't even hear the message, dude, I'm fucked. Because now all she would basically know is that, like, oh god, there's some guy who sent me a voice message, like, which just makes me think of, like, a serial killer or something, honestly. You know, and I could have changed the message to not to disappear, but I was stupid. I was like, well, what if she shows other people what I said? But I wasn't thinking, because if she shows other people what I said, then that means she doesn't like me anyway. She could just use it and just laugh at me like, look at this fucking guy. Like, look at this guy, look at this guy, look how stupid he sounds. But then I realized, like, if she does that anyways, that means she doesn't like me. So I should have just let it save on the thing. I'm stupid because I got scared. I was like, well, it'll delete, and then at least she won't be able to make fun of me.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not trying to like say anything profound here, but maybe relationships can be more about like being in the moment and not analyzing it afterwards.
I agree. That's actually my problem. That's always been my problem. That's like the main problem with me in just about any social situation. Well, not any. Actually, I'm pretty good with friends at being in the moment. Fairly good. But when it comes to relationships, it's right. And so now, Travis, what you just said is exactly what I was hitting on with why it's awkward for her to respond. Because if she responds, it's like her saying, oh, that was so affectionate of you to say that in this moment where you're talking about the moment that already passed that was bad. Like, it's like saying, oh, I understand that what you felt in the moment was you just being scared, and I confirm your feelings of love that you had inside your own head that you couldn't show to me. And like, that's a really weird place for her to be, right? That would be really weird for her to say, like, okay, good job. You know, that's why I think the best move is for me to just have her not respond and just say, do you want to go on a date, and just prove to her that I can be in the moment. Like, instead of putting the pressure on her to be like, okay, I accept your whatever of love to me, whatever, I accept your big emotional idea or whatever, which you're right, was just an analysis of me. It wasn't actually an interaction. So yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I know. Relationships are about how you're in the moment. Which, I mean, the scariest part of all is that maybe we just don't work together. And when we're together, the reason I didn't do that is because I don't think that's it. Because every time I've ever done anything with a woman, anytime, almost any time, I've always had physical intimacy problems. So, I mean, I don't really think it's because we don't match. I think it's because I have some deep-rooted, deep-seated problems of physical intimacy. And I'm hoping that by saying the truth of how I feel, that I can actually overcome these feelings and be better. But now that I talk about it more, there's probably a big possibility that she just doesn't know how to respond and just wants me to get away from her. And it's probably a big possibility, actually. Yeah, I don't know, man. So, I mean, you nailed it, dude. That's the truth of it all. So, I mean, you're right, dude. Relationships about how you are in the moment. What do you think my odds are?
Of what?
Of her going on another date with me.
Oh.
Do you think it's below 50%? Probably, right?
God damn it. Yeah. I don't think there's use point. I mean, you can just wait to hear what she says. There's no use to putting no probability on it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I came on pretty hard, man. So. I need to leave at 5, man. I'm sorry, dude. Basically, all I did was just half play chess and just blab to you the whole time. So, I don't know. Do you want to talk to me about something? What's going on in your life? Not much. Like, are you kind of just enjoying things?
That's a lot to... I guess I can't think of it now. What's that? Oh, yeah. This one up.